plaintiff, Michelle Boggs, is still married to the defendant, but she claims they separated after she found pornography on his phone. Michelle is suing her estranged husband for unpaid bills. Defendant Albert Boggs says he thought Michelle was the love of his life, and he insists the pornography she found on his phone did not belong to him.
Tell me what's going on.
Okay, starting from the beginning, I would never expect ever to be here suing my husband. He was the love of my life and my soulmate. We met at a convenience store on my way to work one morning, and he came into the convenience store, and I have a tattoo on my arm. And he proceeded to ask me what it meant. I told him my version. I hate men.
You were a virgin.
My version.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
No, my version.
I'm sorry.
My version, it meant I hate men.
Sorry. All right.
Okay. He proceeded to still talk.
You hate men? That's what you told.
To explain the tattoo, it's Chinese symbols. Mm-hmm. It really means love, hope, and faith.
Okay.
However, I was in a bad relationship.
Right.
I renamed it I hate men.
Okay.
Well, at the time, I thought he would run. I thought, okay, see you later. He didn't. We proceeded to talk. He told me about his tattoos. We get up to the counter to pay for our coffees, and I see a tattoo that he has on his arm. It's an NA symbol for Narcotics Anonymous. So I thought, great, if he's man enough to wear it on his sleeve, he's man enough for me. Mm-hmm. Gave him my right phone number, we started dating. Things went very fast. He moved in 2 months later, him and his daughter. Got married 6 months later. Things were still going great. A lot of his NA members also moved in as well, periodically.
What's that? They moved in?
From his program. I mean, they were going through a hard time. Right.
I know a lot of people in recovery, probably I've known probably in the hundreds. But I've never heard of them having to move their recovery friends in and out.
And unfortunately,
y'all it's running a rehab. That was a rehab joint, y'all running.
and I really did. I felt like I was a recovery house.
Yeah.
However, I have too big of a heart. So I fed everybody. I helped everybody.
And it was your house?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we have matching tattoos. He even has one, my face on his back as a geisha. Mm-hmm. We wouldn't do names, so we did matching tattoos.
So what happened to the relationship?
When we met, I had a savings, my bills were paid, I took care of my own 4 children, I had a good paying job, everything. Then as things progressed in our marriage and relationship, finances were not there anymore. Mm-hmm. And I didn't feel that Albert was taking it seriously to find, he would work here and there. Money got real bad, and one day on March 27th, never forget the day, I used his phone, of 11 this year.
Okay.
I used his phone to go to the bank, and on his phone I find porn. He lies and says it's not his. It's his phone. So whose is it? It's your phone. It's your porn.
But
I get it.
What's the big deal? I mean, my security, he carries porn on his phone all the time.
And you know what?
He's always trying to show me, don't get out of here with that.
And I get that.
Well, it's not really porn. It's women with big buttocks. That's what it is. Not really porn.
And to be honest, it wasn't about the porn. It was about the lie.
How are you going to go check it out? No. Go ahead, but...
It wasn't about the porn, Your Honor.
Okay.
At his age, if that's what he wants to look at, that's his issue, not mine. It was the lie that came with the porn.
What was the lie?
That he was lying. It wasn't his.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't mine, Judge.
Trust me enough that I have 3 deal breakers in a marriage. Lying, cheating, stealing. Lying was one of them. We had escalated. The fight just escalated to, it was just out of control. It was our first huge argument ever. We both said things to each other, not very nice things since we said to each other, that I know I didn't mean. I know him, he didn't mean it. However, they were said and they can't be taken back. I told him to leave that night because it wasn't going to get any better.
I want me to go use and die.
Yeah, after you told me now you know why my ex-husband beat me.
Ooh. I didn't say that it was right. I said I knew why.
Go ahead, man.
Okay, so I asked him to leave that night. He didn't. He slept on the couch, left the next day. I texted him, when you coming home? I'm not. I'm moving out. Rolls up at the house with 3 NA members and himself with a trailer to get him and his daughter's stuff. And he left me up and left me with all the bills.
Over that one argument?
Yes.
Okay, good enough. Let me hear from you, sir, about the relationship and what happened to the marriage, and then we'll get to the unpaid bills she's suing for.
Well, first we need to start from the beginning, Judge.
All right.
Because, I came up I have two brothers biologically, but my mom had a really big heart and took in. I had 13 brothers and sisters growing up.
Wow.
And I wasn't real close with my mom until after I grew up and got out of the house. You know, she became my best friend, and she was always there for my kids. And like, we had this great relationship. And in 2003, she died. I started using drugs heavily. You know, I used from 2003 to 2006, everything I ever held dear, I got rid of because of the drugs. 37. And in 2006, I found a 12-step program, got clean, and I live in a recovery process. The way we met is the way we met. Mm-hmm. And like she says, I thought she was the love of my life too. Mm-hmm. You know, and
you moved in with her?
Yes, sir, I did. We moved in.
Did you start bringing your friends from NA in and out to spend the night?
Sure.
I don't know many people that have folks that they meet in drug rehab coming in and out. Let me just say this. I met a great couple. They're here with us today, last evening. And they came and they recognized me. And we talked and had a sip, had a bite. We just had a good time. They took the bill, showing friendship. They're here with us today. Give them a hand right there, my friends. Those are my new friends from South Carolina. But I'll be honest, I don't think they're going to let me move in. And I'm not going to let them move in with me. So that's why I'm saying that's a little odd, sir. That's just
she always had the option to say no, though, right, Judge? Like, she agreed to it, too.
I mean, who's going to get into it with their husband? It's, okay, fine. I'll go with it. He's my husband. I don't want to argue over this stuff. But, sir, you had better sense than to think that your wife appreciated you moving people who are in recovery from drug addiction in and out. You know how people relapse. Over half of the people who are in recovery from drugs relapse. They go back to their life of drugs. So if you had 4 people over there coming in and out, 2 of them relapsed. 2 of them went back to being crooks.
I used his phone to go to the bank. And on his phone, I find porn. He lies and says it's not his.
But
I get it.
What's the big deal? I mean, my security, he carries porn on his phone all the time.
And you know what?
He's always trying to show me, get out of here with that.
Plaintiff Michelle Boggs is legally married to the defendant, but she claims they separated after she found pornography on his phone.
Is it as she said? She caught you with porn on your phone and you lied about it?
No, I didn't lie. It wasn't
money problem.
I worked with, she knew she wasn't marrying a brain surgeon when she met me. She knew I worked construction. When there was work, I worked.
Okay, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, construction.
And all the money that I made, I gave to her. She was responsible for the bills.
Say no more. If you were in construction, you definitely had financial problems in the last 3 to 4 years.
So
no
the bottom line is, all the money that I made, I gave to her. You know, she would.
All right, ma'am, the unpaid bills.
Albert, you're so incorrect. First, he wanted to be a bounty hunter, so I looked up the requirements for that. Nope. Wanted to be a police officer. Looked up that for you. Nope. Then he wanted to be a certified welder. Now, how many different careers but he's a construction by trade. I supported every decision for him to better himself.
He was ambitious. Many husbands don't have any ambition.
Not ambitious.
They sit on the couch, drink beer, and play videos. He didn't do that.
Okay, Your Honor,
Your Honor, let's get it straight, though. I didn't sit on the couch and drink beer. I took care of her children, cleaned her house, did her laundry, cooked her dinner.
Not saying he didn't. However, what about that? Okay, what about all the other people I supported besides you? You and your daughter, who your daughter used to steal out of my pocketbook as well. Still let her stay there. Your Honor,
how does he owe you for bills you're suing him for?
Because when the day he up and left, these are the bills from when he was there and his family, his NA friends, his grandkids, his kids, everyone.
Judge, and
I'm not even asking for the full bill. I'm only asking for his responsibility of it, which is 50%.
The truth be told, Judge, I didn't up and leave. She told me, go use and die, get the out of my house.
No. And then
are you all still married legally? And unfortunately, you can't sue your husband because it's joint property. So you'd be suing yourself. You follow me? It's joint property and joint liabilities. Joint debts.
Right, so isn't he responsible for half?
Yes. If the court interprets it as such. Most states would.
So it's a joint debt up until the day we're legally separated. So the back through mortgage payments that are past due since he left, they're still 50%.
Until the judge says divorce is final, or until the judge determines the terms of the divorce. Every debt that is accumulated is a joint debt. Every asset that is received is a joint asset.
Technically, what you're telling me, Judge, is the house is half mine, right?
Yes.
Yes, legally. I've told him that from the beginning.
And the judge, if there's some other outstanding issues with the house, the judge will make those adjustments in divorce court. But today I can't.
Are they
Good
in the
luck
studio?
to you.
Are they in the studio, Judge?
No, they're not here.
Handle this while we're here.
Studio. All right, so I must dismiss your case, and you all follow up.
Thank you. I will. Thank
and if
you.
you get a judgment, I can enforce the judgment. Have a good day.
Okay, real quick, and I'm sorry to. However, that goes up to about $20,000.
Tell the judge. All right.
Thank you. You are going to now be sued instead of for $2,500. You're going to be sued for $20,000. So I hope that works out for you.
Bring it. You lost here, you'll lose there.
No, I won't. Why don't you just go back to your little porn sites, because that's about all you're worth right now.
You have a blessed life.
I will. I do now, because you're not in it.
Atta girl.